Dad?
Hello everybody, it is the Bird of Bloodhaven here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the DC Films Batman v Superman action figure. So let's get started with this review. He has decent paint. The chest, or the S-shield, has a black wash on it, and it's all glossy. And then it has the nice metallic gold on there, which looks really cool. The metallic piping around it's all done pretty well, except for a few areas like on the back. It's a bit sloppy there. I mean, it is the back, so you won't notice it that much. And the boots have like a weird black dry brush on them, which is weird, but you know. And yeah, we'll get into the face in a minute, but that's about it for paint. There's not really any shading on the blue areas, which I thought there was like a black wash, but there's not, so that's no good. But let's get into the face sculpt, which, as Anthony from Anthony's Customs said, shares a shocking resemblance to John Travolta, not Henry Cavill, which is not good at all. For one, I think the forehead's a bit too big. That's probably what's throwing it off. I don't recall Henry Cavill having a forehead that big, but he may. And then the eyes, also, that's what makes it look like John Travolta. But yeah, it doesn't look like Henry Cavill at all. Maybe with like a better paint application on it or something it would. But yeah. And the eyes are painted they're using dot matrix, so it's very fuzzy. Not like the DC Icons figure, which looked like he had guy liner on, but it's still not great. It's better than having like two eyes though looking in the opposite direction, that's for sure. But the hair, it's sculpted nice. There's just no shading in it or anything. Yeah. But the sculpt on it's pretty good. All the muscles look good, other than the biceps. But that's about it. The arms, I think, are a bit short. And then this area, it's a bit squished in, I think, which makes it a bit disproportionate. Maybe the hips are a bit too wide. I don't know. They kind of look that way to me, but yeah. Also, these joints right here are not the best looking in the world, but that's about it for complaints, other than the ankles. They look really ugly. You'll see that that's ugly, and they could have easily fixed that by starting the ankle down a bit lower, or maybe just like that part. It would have looked a lot better. I don't know, just anything but that. And then the hip joints, the thigh swivel, doesn't look good at all, and the hips often pop off a bit. They are just on ball joints with a hinge in there. It's a bit tricky to get it back down if that happens, but you can do it. Just, yeah. And he also has kind of a pop belly, which doesn't look that good. But since this is the first DC Films figure, I think it's pretty good. It's definitely better than the Mafex one, and it's probably going to be better than the Mezco one, because those figures just look bad. I don't care what anyone else says. They just look bad. But yeah, let's get on to accessories. Comes with these 2 wall crawling hands. I'm obviously joking. They're just style pose hands, open hands. Yeah, but they definitely do look like wall crawling hands, kind of. So yeah, and then he comes with gripping hands. For accessories, he doesn't come with. And he comes with this very nice flight stand. I gotta say, this is probably the best flight stand I've ever owned. It beats the Mezco one because it's a bit longer. And I like the clip a bit better. It's spring loaded. And it has like a ton of, little ports in here that you can plug that in. Ignore that noise. I just dropped something, sorry. But yeah, you can just fix it to however you like. I'll probably just leave it like that. But hey, at least they give you the option. But let's get into the cape. It's done phenomenally. Phenomenal. It's phenomenal. They got the ironed in wrinkles, so it looks, or it, folds naturally. The fabric is just very nice. It's very accurate to the film and way better than the Mafex one. And it has a bendy wire, and it looks very nice going in there. Sure, the bendy wire could go up to that part, but I don't think it would look as nice. So they could have glued it down maybe like that, so you could, get them into flight poses easily. But yeah, let's get into the articulation, everybody. For starters, he has a ball peg for the head. You can look down that much, up that far, enough to get him into a flying pose. His neck also has a ball joint in it. His arms go up that far. They're connected in there with a ball joint again, so gives you some play with it. That's just a shoulder cap, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrist hinge. It's just a ball hinge system. Diaphragm joint doesn't work good at all. It doesn't go back any, it goes, or forward any, it goes back quite a bit, side to side a lot. It can rotate, but I would not recommend doing that because it will probably break. And then he has like a waist twist, doesn't turn all the way either. Yeah, like I said, I'll just that off. It doesn't go down that far. Altogether, it goes down that far. These hips are getting very annoying. But, yeah, they go down that far so you can make them a bit taller, or, I mean, I wouldn't do that. It just looks ugly, but, he can kick forward that far, go out to the side pretty much all the way. He has a thigh swivel, which he also has one up there where the ball joint is, so kind of redundant, but like I showed you earlier, double jointed knees. He has ankle twist right there, ankle hinge, and a little bit of ankle rocker. You can probably finagle that ball peg a bit so you can get a better ankle rocker, but yeah. Also, the paint on the top of the boots is not very great either. It's just kind of sloppily done. But yeah, overall, that's gonna conclude my review on the DC Films Superman figure. Overall, I think this is the best DC Extended Universe Superman figure we've gotten. I hope we get a better one in the future. But I really do like this figure, and it's actually not that expensive compared to some other ones. I mean, it's a tall figure, it's heavy, it's just nice. I got mine for $30 because of the packaging was messed up, but the figure's fine. It retails regularly for $40 probably, which isn't that bad compared to like the Mayfix one and the Mezco one. But yeah, I forgot to get into some size comparisons, so let's do that now. Here he is compared to the DCUC Nightwing figure. See? Actually works into scale with this guy, I think. If we're going by comic book Superman, Henry Cavill's a bit shorter. Here he is compared to the DC Superhero Superman, which I think is the best Superman figure out there. And here he is compared to the DC Icon Superman. Definitely not in scale with the Icons, that's for sure. But yeah. And here he is compared to your standard Marvel Legends figure. That being the Electro. Let me just... Definitely not in scale with the Legends. At all. But yeah, like I said, definitely recommend this figure. He has a ton of problems, but they're just starting out with this line, so I'm sure they'll fix them as they go on. And it's just a really cool figure, other than those few flaws. Anyways, guys, God bless and keep collecting, and I'm out.